You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AfterBuzz TV's Glee After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's Glee After Show.
Sing it, guys. Hey.
Here it comes, here it comes.
Here it comes.
Okay. There's a battle ahead.
Oh, I was like waiting for the chorus.
It happened.
We can wait for the chorus. That's cool.
You're singing.
We'll have a long intro today. Hey now, the dream is over. Woo! Hey now. As you can see, we have some special guests in studio, and as you know, Bing is for doing, and we're here doing another Glee after show. So our special guests tonight, we should start out with from Glee Project Season 2. Say hi to Nellie.
Hi, Nellie.
And Abraham.
Hi, Abraham.
Shanna.
Hey y'all.
What's up, Shanna?
What's up?
We have the cutest guest couch right now. We do.
Packed full of talent.
Thanks.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
A lot of energy in
Great.
here. Yeah, and they're going to be talking about some live performances that they're doing later on tonight, so that'll be fun to hear in our special segment as well. And we should go ahead and introduce ourselves. I'm Stephanie Wenger.
Hey guys, I'm Christy-Anne Lopez.
Hello, aloha, Sarah Mendoza.
And hi everyone, I'm Marisa Serafini.
And we have lots to talk about in this episode. We got to once again visit New York and be back at McKinley, so that's always fun. I like those episodes when you get both worlds.
Right.
But overall, I feel like there's a lot that went on, and they kind of packed it in without anything too crazy going on. But it was just a lot of emotions, a lot of big turn of events. What did you guys think?
Oh yeah, it was definitely like an emotional episode.
Yeah, and Leah was amazing.
Yeah. And did you see Ellis?
So good.
Yes.
Ellis.
She finally made it on Glee, y'all.
Yeah, good for her.
Fellow Glee Project.
Yeah. For those of you who may not know, Ellis was a contestant on Glee Project Season 1.
Shout out to Ellis.
Yeah, definitely. It's always fun to see the Glee Project people transfer over and visit the show, and we're seeing more and more of them on that. And always fun to have Glee Project people right here in our AfterBuzz studio. Absolutely, of course. So cool. So much fun to have you guys here.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, it's great. So what did we think, though? I mean, Rachel's performances reminded me of everything that kind of from season 1 or 2, that like big belt out performance, and we haven't seen that from her, I feel like, in a while. At least this season it's been more about the dance and the, I don't know.
Well, I think it's because she's tried to prove herself dancing-wise to Cassandra, and more than singing. Because we know that she's a great singer, but we don't know if she can perform and dance as well.
Well, I think it's been so dance-focused maybe because that's Kate Hudson's, or Miss July's strength, right? Right. And that's sort of her person that she's competing against. So they're focusing on that aspect, but then this episode is all about, you know, everyone has their own individual talents and strengths, and we saw that not only with Rachel tonight, but also with Kurt and even all the Glee kids back in McKinley. So I really think that was like the centerpiece. Like, everyone's got their own talent that they have to share. It also felt like an episode about winning and losing, and we saw, of course, that McKinley, in fact, lost sectionals, which
it kind of
was a heartbreak.
damper. Yeah.
Well, it was a huge heartbreak, but I mean, that's when you're broken down, that's when you rebuild and really realize, like you said, Sarah, your strengths, your talents, and also a way for a group to really come together, you know, just like the spirit of an underdog and being there and, you know, knowing what it feels like to be on top and knowing what it feels like to be ripped back down. So I think, I just kind of want to talk a little bit more about the entire Glee Club disbanding, you know?
Right. Well, were we surprised by them losing sectionals, that it was that quick? Because I was kind of expecting a little bit more of a battle as we came into this episode. So was it a surprise to you guys, Glee Project stars over here, that they actually right off the bat said, you know what? By disqualification, you guys lost.
Yeah,
oh, totally.
It was a surprise, and I was bummed. I hope there's a twist. Like, I hope somehow they're able to make it. Well, I do. I hope they do. I hope they, like, somehow, like, I don't know. Like, I just don't like the Warblers. I think they can sing, but I love them.
Go Grant Gustin. Go Grant.
She's loyal.
But it's weird, though, because, like, normally they have, like, the whole slow motion and everyone's like, and, like, we won. And then it's like, you lost. Right. You know? And it was just very strange. But, I mean, I'm happy for Grant.
Yeah, I guess.
And I think something needed to be shaken up. Yeah, but something needed to be shaken up. You know what I mean?
It was inevitable.
Like,
you can only do so many seasons of them doing the same performance, or not performances, but like the same competitions and winning every one until it gets to nationals.
Right.
Like, something needed to change, and I think it's going to give so much that they can do with the story.
And the
now.
Warblers needed to win one. Come on now.
Yeah. Michael Phelps is still winning Olympic gold medals, though.
Yeah, but that's Michael Phelps.
Well, it's a new direction.
Although he came into this past Olympics and did not win his first gold medal when he went into his first event.
But he still won some.
Exactly. So I think that's like the same premise here, where it's like, you win some, you lose some. And I think in this episode, it was kind of just like, all right, when you lose, and you just have to be able to, you know, come together and make it work.
I think the icing on the cake was that it wasn't the judges that told the Glee people that they lost, it was Sue. And that was just
painful.
Low.
So painful to watch. What do you think is going to happen coming up the second half of this season? We haven't really seen the Glee Club lose this early on in the past.
You know, I think thematically, it's just been like, I think especially with this season, because, you know, you see, you know, Rachel and Kurt in New York, and you see sort of everyone sort of start anew. And I think what made Glee so special was that it's like everyone has their humble beginnings, you know what I mean? And it's about the underdog, and I think they're bringing it back full circle to that this season. So I'm excited to see them, like, go from losers to winners again, but with the different dynamics that each character brings, and they have such a great cast this year.
I would love to see some more musicals, like, at McKinley, you know? Like, seeing more musical theater, and then since they're not doing competitions, them do musicals.
And because Glease was amazing.
It was so good.
Shout out to Blake, man.
Yeah, it was so good.
Killed it.
I wanted to bring that up. I mean, obviously, you guys are good friends from the show. How do you guys feel for him? Like, are you guys still in touch?
Yes.
What do you guys think?
Yeah, I mean, I've been in Nashville now, so I haven't been able to really keep in contact with him too much, but he's amazing. He's so good. He's so truthful and real on the show, and I love it.
I was bawling. So much when his first big group number came out, and when I saw him on Glee, I mean, the Grease episode, I was so proud of him. He is so good, and he is on, I mean, he just, you know, he doesn't, like, stick out like a sore thumb. He's not, you know, he's so great, and he's done such a good job blending into the cast and sticking out as, like, as a star that he is, and I'm so proud of him and so happy.
And that's another example of what you were saying, the humble beginnings. You know, you guys were on Glee Project with him, and that was his start. He wasn't on the show yet, and now you guys are actually watching him on the screen in the series.
I know, it's crazy.
We'll get back to all that Glee Project catching up a little bit later on.
Definitely. But let's get back into sectionals here, or I guess a loss of sectionals, and how I know, sad.
Sad face.
But they kind of, the whole Glee Club disbands. It's kind of like, well, we lost, and we're gonna go. And I think we had people going every which way: basketball, hockey,
the Cheerios,
paintball team,
the inter-religion paintball team.
I mean,
what was it? Christian Jews and Muslims can shoot each other safely now.
And he looked pretty happy with the balls flying at him.
It was It was so good.
You know, that's one of those things that happen late night in the writer's room. You're like, oh, we know what to do now.
Right. And then why was Unique on the hockey team, though? That was like the last thing I would have thought that she would have joined.
I agree, because that is such a manly sport, and he's such the opposite.
But I love seeing her rolled up.
Oh, sorry.
Like, I just love seeing her, like, roll up. It was really fun.
I was like, work those blades, Alex.
But the first thing she says is just like, well, if I have a helmet on, no one's going to tell. Like, that's all he cares about. He's like, I'll be it's not a big deal. I thought that Blaine looked really good in a cheer uniform. He was the hottest cheerio there. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
You just get hotter and hotter, even as a cheerleader.
He was really cute.
But I gotta say, Ryder as a basketball player.
Oh my God. I can't even.
Jake.
I love me my basketball.
I love Blake and Jake's little bromance.
Me too.
They're the cutest little bromance.
No, you don't. You don't agree? You said?
Oh no, I said yeah. No.
Oh, I thought you said no. I was like,
I thought you said no too. I was like,
they completely made a 180-degree turn though from where they were, hating each other, arch enemies, to being total bros. So
I loved Tina and Darren in the Cheerios room when they were doing the hula hoop.
Oh yeah.
While receiving the text together. They have like the weirdest practices, don't they? The
But he was
Cheerios.
like in the most perfect tea. He was like,
That's pretty good, Christy.
Christy-Anne was a cheerleader.
Oh, I guess. No wonder. I was like, she's going all Shakira right now. Like, hey.
She's had lots of
Hips don't lie.
But what became not a secret tonight is Sam's feelings for Brittany. And
Oh my.
I'm feeling a little hatred on the couch.
Okay, no, but really, no. I mean, there are so many Glee fans that are going to be so furious. I mean, I thought it was adorable, like with the whole Cheerios thing, but we were talking about how like the PA that had to set up those Cheerios was probably furious. But I mean, the Britannia like shippers, the Britannia fans are going to be going insane, and I can just see Tumblr now just. Going into place, so.
And are we bracing for Santana to kick Sam's ass?
Oh my gosh, that's going to be epic. I can't wait.
They should have a sing-off battle. And
yes.
Okay, then ding ding, Naya Rivera.
Yeah, she would totally win.
He said it.
I love Court so much, but I love Naya's voice. She's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of think it's a cute relationship. I don't know that it's the everlasting love of Glee, but it's definitely cute.
Sam never has everlasting loves.
That's what exactly what I was going to say.
That came on.
I know. That's what I was going to say, though. Like, you never see him, like, in a good, solid romance. So part of me was just like, oh, look at him putting all this effort in. Like, he's so romantic.
And he always puts his heart out there.
He does.
He's always rejected.
And he has chapstick in his locker.
Lots
of it.
Lots of it.
But we all have that friend, right? That kind of floats from relationship to relationship to relationship. And it's nothing wrong with them. They're just, low-key maybe players or, like, who knows?
But it kind of, the way
Or they need, like, a song to write for their album.
Right.
That's number one.
But he's treating her kind of like he did when he was with Quinn, and that was sweet. And that was whenever he joined, season 3?
Season 2.
Season 2, okay. And if you need to catch up on season 2, you can hit up AfterBuzzTV.com and click the Amazon banner, and that'll take you right over to Amazon. There's no extra fee or anything to it. It just helps us out and keeps the lights on here and keeps us doing great programming. I think we do over 40 shows now, so 50 shows, lots to watch.
Correction.
A lot of shows.
Lots of shows, lots of fun things to catch up on. So please go do your holiday shopping over at AfterBuzz TV and Amazon.
Yes.
Yay! And we can now get into, I think, my favorite part of the show tonight, the NYADA half of the show, I guess we can call it.
Can I say one more thing about Brittany? I'm sorry. Me too. Don't you? Sorry. I was holding it in. But don't you think this is the most coherent she's ever sounded? Like in that scene where they're about to kiss?
Oh, yeah.
Like, she's actually normal for a second.
She's not the
together.
ditzy.
Yeah.
And she sounds great on the songs, too. So shout
She
out to
sounded
Heather.
good in that duet.
Yeah, I thought their
Sam.
duet seemed really natural. There was just like great chemistry between them. But the only thing that bothers me is like they're like those couples that like look too much alike where you think they're related. That bugs me. I can't stand that. When you see people holding hands, I'm like, are they brother and sister?
And then the kiss was like...
the kiss and
The tilt kiss.
Right, as soon as they kissed, Abraham was like, anybody else think that's awkward? I'm like, thank God.
I know, that was kind of the thing around the rim. It was like, ooh, that's a little awkward, cute, but awkward.
It was like, awkward lesbian, I'm going to try to do this right now.
But given the benefit of the doubt, it might have been a while since she last kissed a boy. So.
Right.
Yeah, that's true. But you know who's not awkward? My favorite couple. We say it every week. Rachel and Finn. And how cute was their phone call after her amazing performances tonight?
Oh.
Yeah, it was really good. Finn is just, that it like kind of made me cry because I just want him. I want him to love her. Like, I want their love to be so real, like on the show, you know. And like I feel like Rachel wants to love him, but like he is just giving so much, and he's such a feeler. I don't know. I just wanted to cry with him.
They're in that growing place, you know, where it's like it's hard to put love first when you want so much in your own individual life, you know.
Right.
I wonder how that feels.
Abraham has yet to find that.
No, but Leah sounded amazing.
Oh my God.
And Kurt too. Oh my God, I started tearing up. I was like, oh, Kurt, and now all you need is Blaine back in your life.
Right.
So,
I mean, I just thought it was such a great kind of setup in the episode of that you had Kurt still struggling with NYADA to get into NYADA, and then Rachel obviously striding to win this showcase that they put on, I guess, annually at NYADA for the best and most talented students. So I was super excited to see what songs that she would sing, and she definitely did not disappoint. And we'll go through all those performances in a bit, but I just kind of loved that setup, and that she also was willing to finally stand up for herself, I guess, against her professor, her teacher, Kate Hudson.
Cassandra.
Yes.
I mean, the entire experience, I think, overall helped her realize, you know, my strength is my vocals. Because even in their little diva off, like, we'll get into that later on, too, it's just like, you know, Rachel didn't have it as far as, you know, sexiness and overall, you know, performance, but her voice definitely sounded better, and I think she really needed that.
And she discovered it for herself, too. I feel like if Finn was there, he would have been the one that actually reminded her of that. But it's cool that she's actually learning to be a little bit more independent with those types of things now.
Yeah, and she's also kind of taking the lead in her personal life in a big way, because you see her, I feel like she always had a crush on Finn, but it was always Finn kind of deciding whether he was going to be with her, and she kisses Brody in this episode.
Okay, I'm a little
Christy-Anne.
torn. I'm like, I know. I'm a little torn about how she's acting. I mean, I know we've all been there where we have feelings for maybe more than one guy, and we're not technically engaged or anything or like with anybody, so you're kind of exploring. But it just, I guess it breaks my heart, but I'm also excited for it at the same time because she's got this new flame, you know, that opportunity in front of her that's right there, and she can hold his hand whenever.
Oh, behave.
Oh, behave, or don't behave, and not behave with him. But then back home, she's got her Finn.
Yeah,
who
I just
really
feel
loves
like
her.
Brody is gonna hurt her though. I don't know why. I just keep feeling like he's going to. And then you have Finn, who, I mean, I agree with you saying that she takes the initiative now because, I mean, she called Finn, you know? And I'd never really seen her do that. Like, I mean, he even thought that it was a butt dial, you know?
Yeah.
And, like, I don't know. I just feel, and I see her and Brody, like, him pulling her hand on top of his leg when they were watching Kurt. I just got this feeling like, no, don't touch her. Like, I just feel like he's going to hurt her somehow.
But I like the fact that Rachel did call Finn because she is actually making an effort to keep that relationship and that tie.
And I think you can have that. Like when a relationship ends, you know, even if it's like romantically, you know, you still love the person. You know what I mean? Like you gave them a piece of your heart and you can never take it back. So I think she's just in that place of like trying to figure that out. But goodbye codependency.
Yes.
Yeah,
Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Hallelujah.
Oh my God. I was terrified.
That was Steven. Thank you.
Sound effects are amazing tonight. Thank you, Steven. But they, it kind of, it felt like for the first time, and also she was having this big moment, and that she turned to Finn, and I feel like that's kind of what a lot of us do, is like in those big moments you go back to the people that you're most comfortable with. Yeah.
And that probably sort of says that, you know, Finn is still maybe winning. You know, maybe she has feelings for both, but Finn is still the person that she's going to turn to. Because rather than talking to Brody about her win right after or showing that, you know, she goes straight back to her hometown heart and tells him about it.
I mean, us Finchel fans could not. And Leah tweeted about the phone call, I guess about last week, said like, oh, there's a cute phone call coming up between us, and everyone online was just freaking out. So
yeah,
it's nice to see that happen.
And I thought that was just a great monologue. Props to the show writers for Leah Michelle's little monologue on the phone, because that was where we learned the message that we mentioned earlier of the show about what Glee Club or what, you know, your passion and drive towards your dreams is really about. It's not winning or losing. It's about what she's saying, like Artie and Puck being friends.
Definitely defined it. Loving music, being friends, dancing for fun and romance.
There you go. That's what really matters.
Don't give up on your dreams.
I love that that's the foundation of Glee, is like not giving up on your dreams. And tonight's episode was kind of a great return to that, as we talked about earlier, that season 1 feeling of all about the dreams and being the underdog.
Right.
Cool. And she got 2 standing ovations. Like
she did.
We got one performance, we're like, oh my God, that was amazing. Then she went for another, we're like, oh, wait a minute.
I think we were all
it was like a double.
Standing up almost in our little studio over here too.
Exactly. And we've been focusing so much on Rachel. Kurt's performance also unforgettable. I mean,
I loved how humble he was. You know, like he walked in and he was so like robot, and then at the end his like tear, because he was so thankful for everyone and like shocked. Like it was just so, I don't know, it was really good.
Yeah, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, as an actor, I think that he has really good control of his emotions.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and being able to kind of portray like how his character really is feeling at the time. Like he doesn't want to overdo it. He doesn't want to underdo it. I guess he should just be real and be in the moment. And he, as an actor, I think that's like an incredible thing to do, just to have that, you know, one single tear. I don't know how many cuts or how many takes that took, but it looked really good.
He did it. And in the past few episodes, he's kind of been that, you know, he didn't want to really show his emotion about the whole breakup, at least to Darren. Sorry, Blaine. Blaine. This is Darren Christos. Okay, saying his real name here. But and then finally, like he kind of breaks, and it's because of Madame Thibodeau. She kind of says to him, you know, I think you're a really talented kid, but to be in NYADA, you really need that soul. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah. It's interesting because at McKinley he had all the confidence in the world, rocked those outfits like it was no one's business, and then
or like it was everyone's business,
like it was everyone's business. But when he gets to NYADA, it's kind of, or trying to get into NYADA, it knocks his confidence away, and you kind of see him stripped down for the first time. And again, that was exciting too. Tonight.
Well, and it's hard to do once you're rejected a couple of times, you know? It's hard to get your confidence back up, so...
And I liked how Kurt went back to Thibodeau, because that just reminded me how Rachel went back to Thibodeau in the end of season 3, how she asked her again for another chance, and Kurt did the same thing. Right. Lo and behold.
It's all about second chances.
Ruby was so fierce, right?
I mean,
so fierce.
So fun to see her.
Like, I love her voice, her speaking voice. So rich.
So bassy.
So real.
And if you have any opinions on Glee or us, you know, you can always hit up iTunes and write the comment to us. We love hearing your thoughts. Tell us what you think of our guests. I'm sure everyone thinks you're great, you know, and so, yeah, we want to know what you think. If there's other people you want to see from the Glee Project, all that good stuff, let us know, and we want to make great shows for you, so.
Yeah, actually, I was scouring Twitter and Facebook. You guys have a lot of fans. Everybody loves you.
Yeah.
More people love Nellie.
No, all of you. I mean, yes, and all of you as well.
Like, yes.
All of you, though, as well. And look at us. We actually have you in here. Haha, guys.
Amazing.
Thank you for having us.
Well,
Thank you for being here.
Throughout the entire Glee Project competition, there was no doubt that you 3 were like definite fan favorites. You know what I mean? It was like you can tell through the television that you guys are real, down to earth, hardworking, you know, fun, energetic people. So it's like, you know, it's just really cool that you guys are working and still, you know, following your dream, just like tonight's episode is about.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, busy schedules. We really appreciate you guys being here, but we'll talk to you more. I know you have some exciting news for us, too. So we'll be talking to you in a bit about all exciting going on. I know. It's exciting.
Ooh.
So, but we should also...
You guys are making it sound so much better.
You
know,
It's awesome.
You're keeping us guessing, so it's always fun to have that. So maybe the performances tonight. There's really a lot of them and a lot of great ones tonight. It was exciting and good.
Let's go, Chicago. What?
Oh.
Let's go.
Oh my gosh.
So good.
That was the
Oh
performance.
my God! I mean, I can't even deal with it. I mean, Kate, first of all, when Leah and Kate they were like singing, I knew that Leah was gonna go for the high note. I was like looking at Shanna, I was like just waiting for it, and that was the best diva off. I think one of the best that Glee has ever had in its history. I think Robert and his office have done such an amazing job with all the casting because like, just so good.
Shout out to Robert.
Shout out to Robert, man.
And everyone working with
This
him.
new cast, Kate Hudson.
It was so good, and like I thought that it was gonna. I thought it wasn't gonna go anywhere else than where it already was, like right through the middle. And then Kate like hits this straddle, and I was like, okay, like keep it on.
I was like, you can straddle all day.
And then they like hit the high note, and like I'm one like the higher the note, the closer to Jesus. So like you do it, you know, like they were going for it. It was so good.
So good.
It was so good.
It was really good.
I like the performance, although I'm going to be devil's advocate here. I'm still having a hard time believing Rachel's sexiness because I don't know, maybe it's just because we're so used to seeing Rachel Berry for 3 years not be as sexy, and just seeing her doing it now, I'm still getting used to it. So she had a great performance, great song, great singing, but her sexiness, it just still wasn't getting through.
I agree 100%. Like, you know, it does not seem like natural or that it's there. It's like, or it's really forced, you know what I mean? Like, so when she like tries to drop it like it's hot, it's like drop it like it's not. I'm like, oh, that's
Actually, that was kind of an awkward drop, wasn't it?
Get it, girl. Take off those earrings.
I think she realized that as a character, though, you know, which was cool because I think, because I know for me, like on Glee Project, when we did what sexuality, and like Zach came up to me and was like, "You literally look like toddlers in tiaras right now." Like I can totally relate to her because, and that was in that moment when I realized too. I was like, I just need to sing. I need to park and bark because, like, I think that she totally realized that, you know, because it was awkward. But like, I mean, at the winter showcase thing, she was just in this beautiful gown where she wasn't gonna. She just was there, you know, didn't do a thing. It was so good.
That was an amazing white gown, by the way.
Yeah, it was really good wardrobe.
With Chicago and her awkwardness, I definitely saw it as like a character choice.
Right. Yeah.
Because remember the Britney episode, the recent one? Wasn't that where she was getting really sexy and Miss July was like, that's disgusting. Okay, but I thought that was actually a really sexy performance from her.
I thought it was too.
Yeah. Well, that's
I did not.
I think that performance was more sexy than tonight.
Yes, it was. And they obviously they probably did that on purpose to show the difference between her and her teacher, Miss July.
Because it's Britney.
It's Britney. No, you're right though. I think it's definitely a character. Character thing.
Yeah, because I mean, I think that totally makes sense to what the show is trying to show you, and having those polar opposites and creating that diva off.
Yeah, because
I just really wanted Brody to be there to see his you know reactions to both, whether he was like
who was he into?
Whatever, like I just never mind.
While Chrissy was into
really
Brody.
likes Brody.
Debating the
Christy-Anne just
sexiness.
really wants Brody.
She's getting really hot over there.
Yeah, I just thought it was something.
This is like an every week thing, though.
Yes.
I know.
It's like an every hour of every day thing.
Yeah, but and it was kind of a night of a few awkward moments as well, because we had Sam and Brittany. What did we think of this performance of Frank Sinatra's "Something Stupid"?
It's cute.
It's cute.
It was good.
I didn't think it was awkward, actually. I thought it was really cute.
Cute.
I think that's like the perfect word for it. Just really sweet and really adorable.
Yeah, it felt innocent to me. Like, I don't know that awkward, maybe awkward was the wrong choice, but like innocent. It felt, kind of a return to those innocent Glee times.
Because I think Brittany and Sam are both they're so innocent. You know, I think Brittany, even though sometimes she's like, oh yeah, let's scissor or whatever, but.
There it is.
Oh, there's the music. Hey.
I love it.
And then I go and spoil it all by saying something stupid like
I love you.
Who was that?
That was me, sorry. I apologize.
I just can't get enough of that song, though, even though, I don't know if it was my favorite performance of the night. There were obviously some that stood out larger, but I love that song.
Yeah, it was nice. It was simple. It wasn't over the top.
Yeah.
And we needed that.
Yeah, it was
All
definitely
the
a nice
other-
contrast between kind of having those big stage performances.
It had that
It was a nice
balance.
palate cleanser for me, just watching it from coming from such a dramatic like sectional loss to, and then it went into that. You know, I liked it.
Yeah.
And it already we can't talk right now. It already was like kind of shocking in a sense because it's the first time we're seeing them sing together like that.
Yeah.
And we're like liking it but not liking it, but liking it but not liking it, or at least that was me. But
We see your mix of emotions.
after that though, after their performance, I thought it was funny when she was like, Your lips are so soft and horizontal.
We all laughed so hard.
She always says the weirdest but cutest things.
Best.
Cute? That is just crazy. What?
Her flirting is definitely awkward.
But that's so Brittany.
Yeah.
It's so
She would
Brittany.
so say that.
We have a question from the chat room on our live chat roll.
Shoot.
Betsy Orozco says, do you think that Marley and Blaine are the new Flynn and Rachel?
Do we think that Marley and Blaine?
Yeah, that's. I'm just taking the question. I don't know.
I think Marley
Marley and Blaine.
Jake. Marley and Jake.
Jake.
Probably what they meant.
We're gonna go with that.
Well, if they're asking Marley and Blaine, no, because I think that hopefully Blaine and Kurt, are able to kind of rekindle, bring things back
and
together.
nobody touches Blaine.
And nobody touches Blaine.
Blaine switch sides.
But
Nobody
if
but
she's
Blaine touches
speaking
Blaine.
of Marley and Jake, or Marley and Blake Jenner, who plays Ryder, then
I kind of think they're setting up Ryder and Marley to be the new Finn and Rachel. That's the sense that I'm getting of it, that they want that to be their star relationship at McKinley.
And plus, Rachel and Finn did break up, so they need a new relationship to start.
Yeah, and I like them together. I think they're a really cute couple, so I hope that continues.
well, right now she's kind of a little bit more talking to Jake, right? Or Jake more
I guess,
item?
yeah, that's true.
And this is such a
Team
girl thing, but I kind of hope that she stays with Jake and is the girl that changes him.
No. No.
Sarah!
No. You cannot change anybody.
Thing. No, but at that age, you really believe you can do it.
I was like, what? But I think they're so different from Finchel, you know what I mean, too? So I think it's like the new star couple, I guess, at McKinley, but it's going to be so different, and it's going to be exciting to see. But I have a crush on Melissa Benoist. I think Marley's adorable, and I have such a crush on her.
She is so cute, yeah.
Okay, really? Is it? Wow, was it that scandalous?
Well, I think the difference is, Rachel Berry's character is this confident star that just knows knows that she is a bright shining star, where Marley is still really working on owning the stage and getting comfortable being that performer and that star, and where Ryder's character is just kind of like a free spirit where he just a support system and doesn't exactly know his star quality either,
Yeah, he reminds me more of Finn than I guess Marley reminds me of Rachel, for sure.
Yeah. Good question.
That is a great question, yeah. But back to the performances here, Rachel had 2 big performances back to back in the episode, which is unusual for Glee. I feel like we don't really do that unless it's sectionals or regionals or what have you. But I loved her first performance. I mean, Barbra Streisand being good isn't good enough. I mean, I can't even tell you how amazing I thought this performance.
And of course it is a Barbra Streisand song.
She is a huge Barbra Streisand fan.
She just went to her show with Chris Colfer.
Oh, she did?
Yeah, she just went to her show.
Ooh, inside scoop over here.
Oh, it was on Twitter.
Twitter, never mind. Everybody knows except me.
Just all of Rachel's bigger numbers tend to be Barbra Streisand songs.
Right.
Yeah, and I mean, it's funny because Leah Michele and Rachel Berry, that's something that they definitely cross over. They both love Barbra Streisand. So, and then Rachel also sang Oh Holy Night, which is a nice holiday song. Always nice to get in the spirit around this time of year.
Sorry to jump back to the first song, but I felt like that was the perfect piece for her to just showcase her voice and not worry about the dancing. If she was going to pick a song to showcase how amazing she is at singing, that would have been it.
And
was so
also,
perfect.
Yeah, and I also love the theme of Rachel tonight, because the song is called Being Good, but throughout the whole episode, she's trying to convince herself that she is good. She's proving herself to other people, to herself, that she is a performer and she's a singer. So that underlying theme throughout the whole thing.
Right.
Yeah. I liked how she also, sang with such soul and conviction to where it set up Kurt to do the same thing in his, and that was what eventually got him into NYADA, because she was talking about earlier, I can't remember if it was the beginning of this episode or the episode before, about how she was having a moment with thinking of the holiday songs that she used to sing at Thanksgiving, and then she got to sing one of those, and it was just so soulful, I liked that.
Getting a sample of it here. So good.
Shanna and I were like, wait, that's my song. At the same time, we were like, wait, that's my song.
Feel free to sing.
Oh, I thought it was going to be the hat.
Amazing.
So good.
Yeah,
So good.
I mean, just
Leave it to her to kill it twice in a row, though.
I know.
Just
It was
blow
so
you away
good.
twice. You're like, really?
I mean, you
The hell? You're talented. Really talented.
I mean, it's one of those things where how do you outdo the first performance, and then she found a way, and unbelievable. Barbra Streisand's probably the only other person who could pull that off.
Yeah.
So,
And I think it's so cool. Barbra Streisand actually mentioned her in an interview too, because she had heard that Lea Michele was a big fan. And then afterwards, Lea Michele was like, I can't believe that Barbra Streisand mentioned me on the show.
Your idol mentions you.
I mean, big deal. That's a huge deal. And then Kurt's performance, we've mentioned it all night. I mean, stripped down, amazing. It's Being Alive is the song, and it's by Company, it's in the musical Company, rather, which is, I mean, a great musical, and a great song, too. And I was happy that they didn't go for kind of a more, showy song. I wanted that stripped-down performance.
I agree, because the last time we saw him perform for Thibodeau, he was all out on the stage, performing, and this was just real and raw, genuine, and very straightforward. And I think that's what NYADA is really looking for, just for pure talent and not overall, superficial show talent performance.
Yeah.
I love his voice in that register too. It was really nice to hear him sing in that range.
And ultimately, it's we experience this on the show too, but then it's at the end of the day, it's performance is important, and you can have the lights and you can have the fog and you can have all these things, that spark, and that's so, I love that about Kurt, because I'm talking about me. But, ultimately at the end of the day, it's people need to see the person. We've seen the clothes, they're on the racks, but we want to see the person, and I think Kurt's was beautiful, and I teared up and I was like, oh, Kurt.
That's true.
I mean, Chris Colfer is another person who just seems to have no boundaries of talent.
Oh my God,
crazy.
I saw him at I went to the Grove for his book signing for Struck by Lightning, and then I went, and then he remembered me, and then he was like, Abraham, and then and then it was really, really nice, and I invited him to the show and everything. So I love him. He's someone that I admire so much, even in real life, and he's younger than me. I'm like an old fogey compared to him, but he's amazing.
God, you're making us feel like older fogey.
Older. No, but I mean, he's awesome, and he brings such an innocence to his performances too, and that's what you need as an actor, I think. And he's awesome, and I love him.
Okay, someone's called in 4 times. Can we go ahead and take the call? Is that cool?
Oh my God, Steven.
Yeah.
Alrighty, you're on the line with AfterBuzz TV's Glee After Show.
Hi, how's it going? What's your question?
Hi, this is Outlaw Josie calling from the East Coast.
Hey. Coast. It's late over there.
Yeah. Is this scandal going right now, right?
No, this is the Glee After Show. I'm sorry. Call back in about 15 minutes or 20 minutes.
Okay, thanks.
Oh my God. Bye.
That's okay.
I love Scandal too, so keep watching, and you can check out Scandal. We're running a little behind in studio, but they'll be on soon, and enjoy the Glee Project.
Sorry about that, guys.
Oh, it's okay.
No worries. So, to get back to these performances, we had one more great performance, which I just loved, kind of this friendship that we see between Marley and Finn for the first time. As long as it doesn't become a relationship, I'll be good with it.
Or else.
It's gonna happen.
Oh my God, Nellie.
I was watching it at the end. I was like, this looks really like.
Yeah.
Something's happening.
I mean, we did a little bit on spoilers a few weeks ago, and there was a still of it, and I was like, ooh, I don't know if that's going the right way, but I'm hoping for us Finchel fans that doesn't happen. But I loved their performance tonight of Don't Dream.
Don't Dream It's Over.
Don't Dream It's Over.
Oh,
You looked at your notes way faster than me.
I mean, it was just a perfect closing to a very, you know, up and down, all over the place episode, and now they're all brought back to their place where it's like, you know what, we're not giving up, we're not quitters.
Right. Yeah.
This is why we've come together in order to, you know, make our dreams come true.
And the theme, dreams.
Yeah.
It is.
And Finn sounded really good. I feel like sometimes it's rare to be able to hear him.
Yeah, I feel
Michelle,
like he's admitted that he's taken voice lessons and stuff, and I feel like his voice is stronger than ever now.
Yeah.
And it's
He sounds
really,
great.
Yeah.
He looked great in this
And he looks
episode
good.
too. He looked so good in that office, and then out there in the snow, I was like, okay.
His wardrobe has improved.
In every scene.
He's like, I'm an adult now. I'm gonna go shopping.
Oh,
I'm a teacher now.
And he, like, you know, facial hair, overall.
Right.
He's getting it.
And also,
Christy-Anne. She's just over there lusting after boys in that quarter.
in her own world,
I think
surrounded by the boys.
Hard for to like make him look like he's in high school because Corey Monteith is so old, and like when we saw, I mean, not so old, but old to be playing high school. That's not offensive.
No.
And then when he came on Glee Project, we were all like kind of taken aback with like he's really good looking. Like I think they really tried to like make him look as young as possible, and now that they're not trying so hard to do that, it's like, oh, he's really good.
He's a hot man. Hot man, said Chrissy.
I know. I mean, we could go on and on about the guys on the show, but we want to talk to you guys and find out about this great performance that you have coming up on Sunday at the Roxy here in LA.
December 9th.
December 9th.
Don't sound so excited.
I'm really. I mean, we have like 3 days left, so I'm nervous. But it's called All the Lights. It's on. It's been a long time coming, and it's finally this Sunday, December 9th at 7 p.m. And it's, you know, it's amazing because this show, we called it All the Lights because it's like, you know, it's in LA. We want to like light up the Roxy, and then Nellie's song, she has lights out. And then also like our fans, this is like a show for the fans, and it's made by the fans, you know, like people donated on Indiegogo, and I am looking like Twilight gone wrong, but like a bootleg Asian Twilight.
No, that's hot Twilight.
And there's Cameron looking like God's child.
Sure. So he's talking about for the iTunes listeners, there's a flyer up on our monitor, pretty much just laying out all the details for the event this weekend. It's called All the Lights at the Roxy Theater. Tickets are on sale and can be bought at the door.
It can be bought at the door. It can be bought online right now. It's only $15, and it's great because it's Nellie and Michael are going to be performing original music that they have been writing and working so hard on. And I heard some of it, and it is really, 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 really good. And then Cameron's performing, and people think Cameron's very like singer-songwriter, and yeah, he is, but he has so like his musicality is so dynamic, and you guys are gonna be blown away. Like it's really, really good. And then there's me at the end, you know.
Which his set he's been working so hard on. I'm so excited to see what it is that he's going to be pulling
don't
out.
hype it up.
Every single stop. He's nervous about it, but it's going to be phenomenal. I'm so
he has one of his songs that he hasn't really put out in public yet. It's really good.
And I have like dancers and fog and lights, and I'm really excited.
And you know, it's not about the fog and the dancers and the sparkles, but Abraham will be bringing all of that.
Yeah. But, his outfit is going to be superb. It's shiny.
Duh.
It's it's just I really wanted this show to be a dynamic one, and you know, going from Nellie to Cameron's music to my music, and then
all of the lights.
Lots of glitter and lights.
Lord. And Shanna's actually going to be coming up for one of the songs. We're performing her song, one of her songs from her EP that's out right now. And
we are.
And there's another special guest for another song. So
listeners, listen up. Seriously, I think there's going to be a lot of surprises in this show. So
there are.
Should I go ahead and play the sample for you?
Oh, and here is a sample of, for the first time ever, because I wanted to share it with AfterBuzz TV.
AfterBuzz TV exclusive.
Of my song Bravest Goodbye that I'll be performing at the Rock.
Wow.
I'm nervous.
Well, don't be nervous.
I love this song.
It's so good.
Let's hear it.
Oh, my ears are bleeding already. One second.
Is just watching you hear that right now. Your face was exactly like Kurt in tonight's episode.
I mean,
it's just so humbling to watch you like listen to your craft. It's so amazing.
I mean, it's just like the overall theme of the night, you know? It's just like you've got to go after your dreams, and I think that you guys are such representatives of that right now. You know, you took a chance to go on a competition reality show, had no idea what you were going to get yourself into, and I think we were talking about before the show started, I mean, that was a year ago that you guys were shooting, and to see that, you know, you have your own personal music out, and you know, putting on huge shows in LA, those are things that people only dream about. So the fact that you guys are here and able to like present this to the public, I mean, like major props. So you should be so proud of yourselves, and we're so proud of you guys.
Thank you.
Come amazing.
That was absolutely gorgeous. And for everybody listening and watching right now, you get more of that on Sunday when you go to this event.
Yes.
It's crazy because like you guys said, it was like a year ago we were at Callbacks, and you know, a year later, you know, thanks to, you know, Robert and our mentors on the show and just this platform that we have, you know, we have like half the freaking cast of Glee coming, you know, to the show, you know, thanks to Robert and his office who have been like emailing everyone, and you know, fans are contributing, and you know, this one's like, you know, flying out from Nashville. I think it's such a testament to how amazing Glee and the Glee Project is, you know.
Can I read you some comments of our chat roll right now after listening to that?
Okay.
Oh my God, I cried. That was so sweet. From Adora Chloe says, who else is dead on the floor right now?
I'm naked on the floor.
From Soccer Dreamin', oh goodness, that was so amazing. Megan says, I'm dead on the floor, amazing.
So a lot of dead people. So basically I'm a mass murderer, thank you.
Mass murderer!
You can't ask for better comments than that.
And then when we started playing, it was a lot of, yes, oh my God, so excited. Yeah, so everybody's really excited to hear that here.
And I mean, and again, listeners, that's just one of the acts out of however many is going to come this Sunday. And just to the point you were making, like, that is what Glee's all about, you know, having that support system. And you guys have really, I can tell that you guys have just become a family. And, you know, you guys are obviously close, just like how it is in the show. The people that you would never expect to get to know or get close with or whatever, and it just happens because what you share is a passion, and what you share are talents and dreams. So
and having the courage to do what you want to do and sing and have your voice be heard by so many people, and you're doing what you love, and you're still doing it. With major props.
Thanks.
Question for you, Nellie, because you do have a single already out called Lights, right? My question is, so what did you learn about your own musicality, about your own musical taste after doing the Glee Project's competition?
I mean, honestly, I've been writing for a while, and it's just been growing for a while. And the Glee Project, the biggest thing it did for me is help me find who is now my partner in music, which is Michael, and you know, that's what it gave me.
Michael from the show.
Michael from the show.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
Yeah. So no, we are working together now, and we're creating a whole new beast. You know, we're doing a version of Lights that like I've fallen in love with, because, you know, I got that song produced and I love it. I absolutely appreciate everything that it is, but it's so exciting to be like to have found like someone who really gets me musically, and like we're working together and writing even more, and that's what's come out of the Glee Project is like what I want my music to be, basically.
That's awesome.
So exciting, yeah. And I feel like it's interesting that you say like the Glee cast and crew have been so supportive of you. What else, like what has been the best advice they've given you as you kind of ventured out on your own after the Glee Project?
I mean, I think with me, Robert he's Uncle Robert Ulrich on my phone, and he's on my favorites list. There are only like 6 people on there, and I talk to him like nearly every day. And I have, when I moved up to LA, before, I got my manager and before I got my agent, I like went to his office and I helped out at his office. And he was like, Abraham, just learn as much as you can, be a good person, stay humble, and always like, be yourself, and always get better at what you do. And like, he's just been like, it's crazy because you think that these people are just mentors on camera, and Robert has been the mentor for me in my life, and he's become family, the white uncle I've never had. So I don't know if there's one particular thing that he said or anybody has said, but it's just, I've seen LA, a lot of people say words, but you want to see action, and I think he's a man of action, and he lives life by example, so.
That's awesome. Yeah. That's so good. And then speaking of action, Shanna, I know that you're
Speaking of action.
No, but I know you're out there like doing work and working it over in Nashville. Tell us about all of your projects and what you've been up to.
Yeah, I'm in Nashville and I'm working. I just released my EP on November 24th, so like a couple weekends ago, last weekend, and it's doing well. People are liking it, and that's awesome. And I'm just doing a lot right now with my music, and I'm working on getting a full-length album out, hopefully in the spring of 2013, and fully produced because my EP is just an acoustic session. And I'm just writing. I'm kind of working on really pushing the limits and writing, because I've been through so much in my life that I wanted to be able to sing about it and not be afraid to sing about it. And that's something for me too with Robert. He was kind of like, I'd never had a father figure in my life, and he was definitely that on the show and after. Like, not just
He's out to all of us.
Yeah, like he really, not just like one, like he didn't have favorites, he's really helping everyone and helping other, not just him too, but his whole office. They're all just so welcoming and so supportive of everything we're doing. Like, I'm doing country music, and like they don't even specialize in that at all at his office, but he's so supportive. And it's just nice to know that you have a support system, because I'm in Nashville. Max from the show is in Nashville, but we don't really get to hang out a lot. Him and I write a lot together though, so that's nice. But I mean, I'm just working on my music, and I'm starting to do a lot more shows now in Nashville. It's taken a second to get into the Nashville circuit, but I'm now in it. So
and it's so good.
Huge if you're in country music. I mean, that's like where
country.
That is like the circuit, right?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And that's just something too about Abraham's show on Sunday. Not to plug it again, but I am. All of us are singing such different styles. Like from you have Nellie and Michael to Cameron to Abraham to me. Like, it's just all different things. So that's going to be really cool. Everyone should come. You're going to definitely get to hear music that you like, whatever style it may be.
So it's very Glee too. Sorry.
Oh, no, it's okay.
Because there's so many different people that come from so many different backgrounds and so many genres, and it just it really relates to everybody in that way.
Right.
Yeah.
So.
I was just going to say, since you guys all have your projects going on, tell all your fans and everybody listening, where can we listen to your EP? Where can we listen to your song and your stuff coming out too, Abraham?
My song's not out yet. Sorry.
But you gotta let us know when.
So come to the show.
I mean, honestly, right now, all I have going on right now is that I can say is that I am working on the show. I have been putting my time and my money and so much into the show, and it's like a baby, and so I hope a lot of people come out to that. And then after that, I'm working on my acting and taking acting classes. I have an amazing manager and agent whom I love, and just making things happen. And I honestly, after all the lights, I want to see how it goes. And then I got a few offers to go to like Canada and go to the East Coast and possibly Nashville too. So I want to see, you know, how that goes and possibly venture there.
Yeah. I'm about to be holding some auditions for bandmates soon. That's my next big project. I have a lot of irons in the fire right now, but that's one of them that I'm about to venture out on to get a full band, because I too have some pretty cool things I could be doing with touring around the Southeast especially, so I need a band.
So I hope you talented people that are listening, you know, that want an opportunity.
I'm gonna put all the flyers and auditions and stuff on social media, because I would love for my fans to be a part of what I'm doing. So yeah.
Are you looking for a tambourine player? Because I think I can do that.
And Nellie?
You can find my music on nellie.bandcamp.com, and then my YouTube is the same as my Twitter handle, which is Nellie Lisa Beth. And me and Michael have a cover on there, and then we also, you know, after this show are hoping to get a drummer and a bassist and move on.
So cool.
Oh, and I'm still gonna be on Glee. I'm gonna make it happen. Sorry. Never give up on your dreams, y'all. Oh no. I haven't given up at all. Like people, so, you know what? Someone tweeted me. This is so random, but I just have to vent because you know this is a room full of like independent women. But someone was like, they did Gangnam Style. On Glee, and then this one person tweeted me, "Oh, I guess you're never gonna be on Glee then." And I was like, "Sweetie, I guess you don't know me very well." I was like, and I wouldn't want to sing Gangnam Style on Glee anyway.
Seriously?
Actually, no. I mean, if they wrote that, I would.
And you would do it better.
We'll leave it to Tina for now.
But you know what? If Ellis made it on, we'll see you in a year.
I won't be on. Like, but you know what though? I'm not gonna be a background thing in the crowd for 2 seconds.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
In a year, we're going to be like, hey, that's Abraham.
And you'll still come back and visit us and tell us about everything.
You know, it's so cool because you guys were one of my first interviews, and I was telling Nellie and Shanna, I was like, this is one of the most fun interviews I always go to.
It was. Y'all are awesome.
And like I still talk to Tamara, you know, and even seeing you today, I was like, oh my God, and you're like, I'm engaged now, and I'm like, oh, you know, and I'm like, where's Steve?
Yeah. I know.
Where's Steve?
I'm Steve.
Well, so we have Steve in here, but we love you, Steve.
But overall, I mean, it just like we're so proud of you guys. You should be so proud of yourselves. So excited for your event. I think some of us might be there.
Yeah. I think some of us might.
Some? All of you. Especially this one over there. You're canceling your plans.
They might be listening.
If the shows don't go live Sunday night, you know where I'll be.
Yes.
I do have an announcement. I almost forgot about the announcement because I was like so excited for Shanna's.
Oh, can we get a drum roll here?
AfterBuzz TV exclusive.
No, it actually is pretty big deal.
Oh gosh.
So, we're trying to get a live stream for all the international fans and everyone that can't be at the show, but the event is definitely being covered on RyanSeacrest.com with live pictures, and we're going to do interviews with them, and they're going to be covering the event, live tweeting and everything. So, but we're definitely working on a live stream for all the fans that can't make it to the show.
Holy.
But you still want to make it live to the show because there's nothing like feeling my sweat bounce off my body.
Like I know I want to meet the fans, you know, like I want to see everyone.
I will hug everybody, even if you're sick.
Yeah, I mean, your performance sounds so amazing. Are we ready for a lightning round of news and gossip? Because we are running out of time, but we're going to do
lightning round
of news and gossip.
AfterBuzz TV News.
So talking about the Glee family, Darren Criss, Ashley Fink, Chris Colfer, and Samuel Larson were all out at the Trevor Project Live earlier this week, and super exciting event. It supports gay, lesbian, transgender youth, and Jane Lynch was also there, so we had a lot of the Glee cast coming out to support that, and I know they've supported it in the past, so that's a great thing to have happen, and Kevin McHale even tweeted about it. And also, continuing in the Leah Michelle and Corey Monteith as a real couple news, we do a piece every week, I feel like, about this, but Corey Monteith was on Ellen today, actually, and she kind of was like, do you know what Monshell is? Which any Gleek will know is the, couple name for Corey and Leah. And he was like, of course I do. And she was like, well, your fans think you're a couple. And he goes, because we are. And he readily admitted to the fact of something that we all know, but I think it's the first time we've really seen him open up about that, so always fun.
What a man.
I know.
Way to validate it.
Really
Because we are.
Yeah. Because we are. And just a very sweet interview, because you often see celebrities get kind of cagey about their personal lives, and he was definitely not cagey about it at all.
We are Monchel. That's a dumb one.
Yeah.
It sounds dumb.
And before we get into predictions, I'm afraid they're going to have like pitchforks and torches if I don't ask you this question from the chat. They want to know if you guys ship Riley and, is it Yarly or Jarly?
Marley? Oh, Jake and Marley.
Jake and Marley, Jarly.
It's too soon.
Too soon?
I don't think so. I ship them. I do. I think they're awesome too.
We all have like favorite ships. Like, my favorite ship is Clean, and then your favorite ship is.
Oh, my favorite. Well, okay. I didn't even get into this whole shipping game until it was like explained to me this past summer. So I'm a little new, but I like Brittany and Santana. That's my favorite ship. So I'm gonna be devastated. Like Sam.
I like them all.
This is my
Brittany really get together.
This is my first time. I was like, what is this ship?
Yeah, I don't really. I've never heard of
relationship.
Yeah, it's like when they want
Gotcha.
people. Oh, that's what it's.
Really?
Short.
I only know because I've been shipped with every human.
Oh my! Nellie has been around the ship block. Like everyone.
She's lived it.
She was like shipped with like a chair.
Yeah.
You are a ship.
If you looked up ship in the dictionary,
It would
there would be
say
a picture
something
of
about
Nellie.
boats.
Get it?
But other than that, yeah.
So wait, what's Ryder and Marley's? Riley.
Riley.
See,
Miley.
that's cute. That's
Miley.
better than Montreux.
Riley's better.
Okay, that's enough ship.
All right, so
that's
are
right,
we
chat room.
ready
Thank you, chat
for,
room.
thank you so much for the question, predictions?
And now, your AfterBuzz TV.
That's creepy.
Predictions.
I predict that everybody listening to this podcast will be at that event on Sunday.
Yes!
And I predict about the show that Finchel will get back together either in the Christmas episode or when we come back in January.
Dang, girl.
That's good.
I predict that they're gonna do a bunch of musicals in the spring. Because I want that.
I predict that Kurt and Blaine are going to get back together by early spring.
Needs to happen.
I agree. I totally agree.
It's not going to happen till like a little while because Kurt needs to discover himself, but it's going to happen.
I agree. That's my prediction too.
I predict that not every couple is going to have a happy ending. Sorry.
Upsetting.
It's either going to get with Marley or like Grant and Blaine are going to get together or something. Something bad is going to happen. People are going to hate it.
You.
Abraham's acting like you just gave away something huge.
So shocked.
I predict that people are going to die in American Horror Story.
Unrelated.
Yeah, they are going to. I host that show, Abraham.
Oh, do you? Oh my God, I love that show.
It's all in the Ryan Murphy family. Yeah.
I'm actually hoping for a Marley kitty cat fight. It's
Kitty cat. Kitty cat.
Kitty fight. Marley kitty cat fight. Like a legit one.
We definitely want to thank our guests for being here.
Thank you for having us, guys.
Thank you for coming.
So awesome.
And let's go around and where can we find you on Twitter?
At Nellie Veitenheimer.
At Real Abraham Lim.
At Shanna Henderson.
And you can find me at Stephanie Wenger.
You can find me at MissClo, MISSC_LO, or on Instagram, CA Lopez.
You can find me at Sarah Mendoza. That's Sarah with an H. Instagram, why not Sarah Grace Mendoza.
And you can follow me on Twitter and on Instagram at Serafini TV.
Thank you so much for watching and
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. And come to the show on Sunday.
Yeah, on Sunday. We will all be there. We will all be there.
Hell or high water.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only, do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals. From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later!
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.